Well, good afternoon and welcome to Real Talk. This is Dan Edwards with the Eastside Real Estate team. And this is Seattle's Eastside Real Estate Podcast, the podcast dedicated to living, working, and playing on the East Side. It is Wednesday, December 1st. Hard to believe that 2021 has about 30 days left. Pretty crazy. Glad to see you all. Hopefully, if you're watching live, you can feel free to comment, like, share this post on Facebook or YouTube. Feel free to subscribe to our podcast, both on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, all of the above. Anybody that's out there that's wanting information on the housing market on the East Side in Seattle, we have all of that information here for you. Today, we are going to be welcoming Lisa Shultz from Anderson Carpet Cleaning. And we also have a surprise guest for our mortgage moment, Mr. Rick Robertson of Axia Home Loans. But before we get to our guest, let's start with our Real Talk segment. And the big question is, why is now a great time to sell? Why, Dan, may you ask? Should I sell my house during the holidays, right? That seems like a huge inconvenience. Well, yeah, we should. There we go. Oh, awesome. That's so good. So during the holiday season, it's kind of like, well, everybody's kind of out doing their thing. But I got to tell you, and I'm going to flash some stats up here on the screen here. Let me just grab this. And I want to show you our inventory numbers. Lorenz, if you want to take that banner down for me so that we can see the stats here at the bottom. Thank you, sir. So take a look at these stats, and these stats are showing across the board. This is 2019. There's December of 2019. There were 305 homes available for sale in Bellevue. And if we go fast forward to now, it's 128. So it's about half of the amount of inventory as 2 years ago. And so as a seller, you would think, well, why should I sell? Well, look at that. You have a completely captive audience. So for over the last 10 years, there's probably not been a better time to have just the only property. And what happens when you have just the only property is you run into a situation where you've got buyers that are interested. And so it's not just multiple offers, it's multiple attentive offers, which brings me to my second point. Selling around this time of year is often nostalgic. So what do we have for nostalgia? Well, I had a listing a couple of years ago, and I just wanted to show you some of the staging that we did for this listing. It's very subtle, but it's homey, and it reminds you of the holidays, right? So we had some Christmas wreaths put up. Oh, I got it zoomed in. Let me zoom it back out to the next picture. Just some holly kind of sprinkled throughout, a little bit of red, just a little bit of wreath and mistletoe on this screen here, and then another wreath, and just a great picture. The cookies in the urn there. So just a little bit of nostalgia. So we've got one going live tomorrow, and I said to the seller, I said, hey, can you put up some Christmas lights? It's just going to add a little bit of a hominess to it. So that's reason number 2 to list during the holidays. And the third reason is that you have a captive audience of buyers. You have folks out there that are serious buyers, and they've been serious for a while. And the ones that are still looking are the ones that are really, really considering making an offer now. So it's not a concern to have just look-throughs through your house in the holidays. It's going to be the most serious buyers out there looking for a house and looking to close a house as soon as they possibly can. May not be before the holiday at this point, but it is still possible. So that's our Real Talk segment. So if you know of somebody that is contemplating, that has a house ready to go, we can get a home on the market pretty quickly. We'd love to talk with them. So yeah, that's our Real Talk segment. Now, before we get to our next guest, we're going to have a short commercial break. So watch this short commercial break and come on right back.
The pest stops here. Green City Pest Control is your full-service pest solution for all your pest control needs. With an owner with 32 years experience, a board-certified entomologist, and rodent specialist, we do it all. Bats to rats, crawl space, or attic. Call us and we will resolve your problem. 425-413-9700.
Welcome back to Seattle's Eastside Real Estate Podcast, and I'm welcoming to the show for the first time Mr. Rick Robertson with Axia Home Loans. Rick, welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome, Dan. Thanks for having me on today. I really appreciate it. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Well, hey, I thought that in light of the recent email you sent me about the new loan limits, the FHA, I think it's you can kind of explain it. Just kind of tell our watchers what's up with the new loan limits.
Yeah, so every year, right around this time, the new sort of maximum conforming loan limits come out. And this is something that actually goes way back to 2008. Housing and Economic Recovery Act that was passed in 2008 made a provision that there would be what's called an FHFA home price index. And the house price index tracks kind of the last 4 quarters of what's going on nationally. And then there's a decision that is made on what happens to the conforming loan limit. Well, this year, the conforming loan limits have been increased. This is the kind of maximum regular loan amount throughout all 50 states. And that's been increased to $647,200. And that's about an 18% increase from this year's maximum amount. And the reason it's 18% is because nationally, that's how much real estate values have moved on average over the last 4 quarters.
Excellent. So on average across the country, what does that mean for a borrower?
Well, it's nice because with all the challenges of the real estate market and some of them that you were just talking about with such little inventory, really pushed home prices higher. And home prices going higher for most families means you have to borrow a little bit more money to afford those homes. And this increase allows families to borrow money under nice normal guidelines, the most competitive terms and rates across the widest variety of lenders and resources, which is good for the consumer. So definitely a help, at $647,000 and change, a family buying a home with 5% down could look at homes in that $700,000 range. So that's a big
awesome.
help.
And get the best.
There's another, absolutely, because there's the highest number of lenders, if you will, and resources. So the consumers have the most resources to choose from, those conforming loan limits. And that, of course, I think is always, the more choices consumers have, I always think that's in the consumer's best interest. So that's definitely better for them. Now, here in the Puget Sound, in King, Pierce, and Snohomish County, we're considered a high area, which a lot of your listeners would be like, yeah, yes, it is. So that means that our loan limit, we get to flex it a little bit higher than that 647, and it's still considered a conforming loan. And that this increase has gone up to $891,250. So that's known as a high balance loan amount. And in King County, Pierce County, and Snohomish County here in the Puget Sound, you can have a loan amount up to $891,250, and it's still a nice, normal, conforming Freddie Mac Fannie loan, which is another big, big plus.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, Rick, I thank you for sharing that information. That's super helpful. And I know some of our folks watching this are going to want to know how to get a hold of you. What's the best way?
The best way is you can Google my name and information. It's, of course, out there. I'm on LinkedIn. You can go to the Axia Home Loans website. We're actually headquartered here in the Puget Sound, and we were the first independent mortgage bank in America to be 100% employee owned. And we became a 100% employee owned company about 5 years ago. So we're all super
awesome.
proud of that. Easy to find. They could reach out to you too. One last thing I would add is it's a small world, and what a coincidence. I saw your sponsor was Green City Pest Control.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that they have been coming out and taking good care of us for about the last 2 years. So a big thumbs up for the sponsor from experience.
Yeah, a total shout out. Love those guys. I refer them to any of our clients that run into situations where, and in this area, it's pretty much constant. I mean, that doesn't matter the type of home you get. Yeah. We live in the woods, so you got to be prepared for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Rick,
right.
This was
thanks everyone. Happy holidays.
I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you coming on and sharing your wisdom. Guys, reach out to Rick. I can't speak higher of a better guy. Thank you so much, Rick, for coming on. All right. So after this short commercial break, we're going to visit with Lisa Shultz of Anderson. I almost said Lisa Anderson, but it's Lisa Shultz with Anderson Carpet Cleaning. This is the time of season for getting this stuff done. So join us after this short commercial break.
Are you tired of not knowing where your money is going? Do you feel like you start getting ahead on your finances, then get hit by an unexpected expense and feel behind? Doug Peterson with Get Priorities Straight helps guide you to getting your money to do what you want it to do instead of wondering where it went. Doug has helped ambitious, busy, successful people be delighted by handling their money wisely. To have a conversation with Doug, call 206-264-4424 or email meeting@letsgps.com or info@getprioritiesstraight.com.
All right. Our next guest works for Anderson Carpet Cleaning. And so for over 25 years, Anderson Carpet, Wood, and Tile cleaning. So carpet, wood, and tile cleaning is one of the top rated Northwest carpet cleaning service companies. They're family run, professional, and eco-friendly cleaners. They service the Seattle and Bellevue areas with professional truck mount steam cleaning equipment. Their teams at Anderson are company employees, not independent contractors. So welcome to our show, a fantastic friend, Lisa. Lisa, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Dan. How are you?
I am fan-freaking-tastic. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was nice, low-key,
Low
no
key.
drama.
Oh, good. I mean, sometimes it's nice to have some drama, but other
You're right.
times it's nice to just kind of be in a situation where, you're not having to get all stressed out. So that's good to hear. All right. So let's jump right in. How often should somebody consider cleaning their carpets?
So it's all relative. Basically, manufacturer recommended is every 12 to 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
However, when you add in 4 or 5 children, 3 or 4 or 5 pets, you should consider probably every 9 to 12 months.
9 to 12 months. Now, one of the things that we see is every 9 to 12 months, if you got high traffic, a lot of people coming and going, there's a lot of different advertisements for different prices and all that kind of stuff. So kind of break it to me. How do you guys come up with the pricing that you decide on with regards to carpets?
Well, we have a very unique way of pricing our jobs. We do have a minimum charge, so it starts there.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a bulk rate depending on the size of your house. So if your house is between 2,000 to 5,000 to 2,500 square feet, it's a price. Bulk, not by the room, because by the room it's too expensive. We take that and then we hone in on knowing that if we have to go around furniture, there's less carpet to clean, right? If the beds are still in place, there's less carpet to clean. So it's a nice price. It's reasonable especially for the quality of work that you're getting.
So how does that work? Do you call somebody and they come out and they quote you a price and then do it? Or do they quote the price over the phone and then jack up the rates later? You know what I mean?
Well, interesting. We quote over the phone. 99% of the time we're accurate. Every once in a while we'll forget to ask a question, or is there water hookup and there isn't when we get there, but we're pretty accurate. We've been doing it a long time, and we know about how many square feet of carpet are in a residence that's 2,500 square feet.
Gotcha. Now, probably it's about asking the right questions and knowing what questions to ask, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. So are there any additional charges that may be incurred?
There can be. Pet urine is a number one, especially in the Pacific Northwest. We all love dogs. I don't like dogs, but I love cats.
Okay. And both have their problems with regards to controlling their bodily fluids.
Exactly. Cat urine's absolutely the worst, way worse than dog urine. But you should call before you treat at home by yourself. Call first. Okay.
So typically, how long does a job take?
An average house, so 2,500 to 3,000 square feet, can take about 2.5 to 3 hours. My guys have been doing this for at least 20 years each.
Oh, wow.
So they've with the hot water extraction, you get like a rhythm. It's like a dance, right? With the wand. And they have that rhythm, and they've been doing it for years and years. And each room takes 7 to 8 minutes of hot water extraction. As you push the wand forward, the hot water goes in. And then as you pull it back, it extracts out about 98%.
Gotcha. So, do you recommend that the homeowner leave the house in order to have this work done?
Definitely a personal choice. However, it's boring to watch somebody clean carpets. It's like watching paint dry, and it's loud.
Gotcha.
The truck mount itself, not the van engine, but the truck mount engine that heats the water that we clean with is loud. So probably shouldn't schedule a Zoom call while we're there.
Gotcha. Not a good idea to have a Zoom call. Okay, great. And then how long do you need to be out? How long will it take to dry?
We recommend up to 24 hours. The reason why is you can walk on it right away, but some furniture has wooden legs or metal, those little metal balls. And if that sits on wet carpet, because carpet dries from the top down, right? So then you put a piece of heavy furniture, it could bleed into the carpet. So we recommend no furniture back on it for 24 hours.
24 hours. Okay, excellent. And then when it comes to the logistics and somebody needs to, you had mentioned something about water hookups. What needs to happen? They need to have their kitchen sink available to you, or what?
We need an outside water spigot where you hook up your hose. We have a hose that we hook up just like that.
Just outdoor water is fine.
Outdoor water that goes into our truck mount that gets heated up and then comes out of our wands at 220 degrees.
Okay. There's a lot of people saying they're eco-friendly. What does that mean?
So you'd be hard pressed to find anybody that's not eco-friendly anymore. It means that we're using products that are environmentally safe, biodegradable, eco-friendly, pet-friendly. There is a difference between that and a plant base. We are not a plant base. We do use solutions in our water to extract all the stuff that gets stuck on the carpet fibers, but it's all earth friendly.
Gotcha. Okay. So then what about some of these carpets that you have? They have like a Scotchgard protection. What does that really do?
Scotchgard is put on there as one of the last things as the manufacturer is putting it through the mill. And people think it's a stain resistant, which it is not. Carpet is not stain resistant, period. I hate to break it to you.
Period. End of story.
Period.
If you're buying a carpet that's stain resistant, you're buying a load of carpet.
What Scotchgard does is it adheres to the carpet fibers. So you have to think of a carpet fiber like a little tiny paper towel roll. Okay. Okay. Then you have millions of them because you have a carpet, right? The Scotchgard goes on top of that, and it's a barrier that gives you about an extra 10.5 seconds to clean that spot up. It makes it harder for the liquid to be absorbed by the carpet fiber for about 10 seconds.
10 seconds though. Okay. All right.
So that's how the 5-second rule came to be.
Oh, I thought that was about eating stuff that fell on the floor.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Not about cleaning up wine off a carpet, but you're telling me if there is a carpet that has Scotchgard on it, you got about 5 seconds to get that wine soaked up before it actually gets into the fiber.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually a pretty good tip. Now, I'm going to throw you a little curveball here. I can pick up the phone and I can dial a number of carpet cleaners. Boom, boop, 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 boop. Why call you guys?
My guys are special. My guys, and all of them have worked for me at least 10 plus years. So as long as I've had my business, they are so considerate and so kind and treat every customer like it's their mom. Like that's when I hire someone, I say, you have to be respectful, and that is your mom or your grandma's house that you're going into every single day. And care. And I I have customers that have come with my technicians. So I've hired a technician, and his customer came with him, and she will call and just ask for the same guy over and over every year. It's amazing. They know what they're
So
doing.
it's all about the experience and the people about
Mhm.
that work for you. And 10 years in carpet cleaning, I mean, that there's got to be some good experience there,
Absolutely.
or you're not paying attention.
Yeah, no, my guys are amazing. If you call me in 3 years from now and you want the same guy, you'll get the same guy,
That's awesome.
which is pretty unusual in our industry. It's a pretty high turnover.
I thought it was interesting that you said they were your employees. I mean, are you meaning to tell me that if I just call a random one, I'm going to get like a 1099 guy?
Oh, yeah,
Possibly,
you
possibly.
certainly could. Absolutely. You could get a 1099. You could get somebody who has no idea what they're doing. You could get somebody that this is their college job, their college summer job. Excuse me.
Is that why you bought out the solo cup there? What does that imply?
My throat's dry.
Sorry, college. Woo. Sorry, I have 2 college kids. So,
Mm.
so now,
Yes, you must have a reliable professional carpet cleaner.
right, and so, kind of finally, do you have any super success stories? Some challenging jobs, something that you're super proud of that you can share?
My biggest share, honestly, would be that I have the best employees in the entire world, and they will treat you like you're their heart. We get Google and Yelp reviews every day, and here's one: great interaction with the technician, very friendly and courteous, excellent quality and follow through. Carpets look fantastic. Another one said we're a miracle worker because we got lipstick out of her carpet from her dog.
Wait a minute, the dog had lipstick on?
Yeah, the dog got into her purse, got the lipstick.
I gotcha. All right, that's so weird. Why are people putting lipstick on their dog? That's just weird.
I would say my biggest gift would be to tell people, call your carpet cleaner before you treat the spot. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Take another sip. So, all right. So, call with the holidays coming up, stuff's booking quickly. What do you recommend, or do you have spots available? What's the kind of availability for you guys?
Right now we are booked. We have availability.
You're dying. You're choking.
Oh, sorry.
Are you all right?
Mhm.
Okay. It's just choking here, right on live broadcast. So, all right, Lisa, I want to thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. And you can reach Lisa at Anderson Carpet Cleaning. You can Google them. You can read the reviews. And what's your best phone number to reach you at?
425-427-1639.
425. Let's put that up there. Boop.
And
425
you'll either
427.
get me or you'll get Rachel to answer your calls.
Either Lisa or Rachel. Family-run business on the East Side. If you need your carpets cleaned before the family comes over for the holiday season, give them a call. Lisa, thank you so much for coming on.
And you have a question, call.
If you have a question, if somebody drops something on your carpet over Thanksgiving, not sure how to get rid of it, call Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to send us out because it is the holidays and I get excited about the fun things you can do around the holiday season. So here I have one of my personal favorites. It looks like it started already last weekend, is the Garden Delights, and it's at the Botanical Gardens in Bellevue. Now, here's the thing. Tickets need to be purchased online for a specific time and date, and everybody, including children, need to be ready and have a ticket in advance. Don't arrive before scheduled time. And because of parking, make sure that you plan adequate time for that. It's just really cool. So basically you can see some pictures here in the top of what they look like, but really it doesn't replace just the experience. Rain or shine, cold or hot, it's one of the best holiday traditions on the East Side is going to the Garden Delights show now through the end of December. So that is your holiday tip. You're playing on the Eastside tip. All right. All right. Well, that concludes our show. I just want to thank our guests, Rick Robertson and with Axia Home Loans, and also Lisa Shultz with Anderson Carpet Cleaning. I just appreciate them coming on the show. I hope everybody has a wonderful week. We'll be back here next week with some great content. I believe we're going to have somebody from Cabo San Lucas. Fingers crossed. He got COVID last week, so hopefully he's all nice and recovered next week and we'll be on. So join us next week when we kind of explore that second home opportunity abroad and many other great guests. Thanks for watching. I'm Dan Edwards, real estate agent, managing broker of the Eastside Real Estate Team at Keller Williams Realty in Bellevue. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.